Hello. There you go. There you go. Hello. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to today's episode 3 of To the Point. So we'll be discussing a lot of hot topics. Again, I am Queen D, your host, and you got.
I am your favorite host, King J. You guys, our producers have lined up a phenomenal show for you guys tonight. And I'm excited to dive right in. How you feeling, Queen D? I see you got your shoulders out, girl. Ah.
You don't do it. Don't, don't
Yeah.
no,
That's
but
right.
I'm
That's
okay.
right.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm staying out the way. How's the weather down there in California? It looks
I'm
bright in your windows.
I'm telling you, we reached, what was it, 109 yesterday? I'm
Okay.
telling you, I melted like hot chocolate. I damn near didn't make
What?
it. I almost didn't make it.
Well, hey, you here, and you didn't disappear.
Look,
So I'm
almost.
excited. I'm excited, Queen. It's Queen. So what we got lined up for the people tonight?
So we will be unpacking love. Like talking about getting into the grits of it, like what's going on today, the mindset of what was love, what appeared to be now versus then. So it's gonna be a little juicy, but
Okay. Well, y'all grab y'all cups and pull up.
yeah, we're gonna have to see what's going on because there's a lot of controversy out here surrounding being in a relationship, a genuine one, being ethical, being understanding, compassionate, and we're kind of diving into like what is love, like what there's so many kinds of love. Honestly, to one from a friend, one from your siblings, your homeboy, your spouse, and your parents, and things of that nature, your kids. But as far as man and woman goes, what is the actual nitty gritty?
You asking me?
I'm just asking a question, but if you feel compelled, do
I
your
mean, Queen D. I think everybody have their own perspective of love. Um, my version of love is like a wine glass, right? It's delicate. It's delicate.
Okay.
You can't put it in the mix of everything else. It's kind of like when you got your wine glass for the women and the kings that got their certain cups, or the women that got their certain glass that they drink out of. You don't take your wine glass and you when you put it, you don't throw it in the dish in the sink. You don't really throw that in the dishwasher. You put that to the side. You might wash that lad. It sits in the cabinet away from everything else. So love to me is very delicate, Queen D, and it can easily be broken. So it takes being gentle, companionship,
Come on.
understanding. Those are the things that love is. Again, like we don't take our wine glass and throw it in the midst of all the other dishes.
No, and we don't pass it around either.
And we don't pass it around. That's yours. That's something that that if you don't treat delicate, that you can break it. So that's kind of like been my kind of theory of love,
Okay, so I mean, we're going to let you finesse it with all the magical words and all that stuff. But initially, I think we kind of get the word love like kind of misconstrued because love is not always this blissful thing. Everybody think, oh, love, it won't do this, it won't do that. Love pisses you off. Love's make you mad. Love tells you the truth and you don't like it. So if we're talking about being loved and being loved genuinely, you have to accept what comes with love. And that's the truth. Some people are the way that they are, and you need to have specific conversations before intertwining both body and mind to say, hey, I love you. Because what that means is when I do something that you don't agree with, and now all of a sudden we ain't cool, we ain't getting down to it. Now, what kind of love is that?
That's blind love, D.
That's conditional love. That means if you do for me what I need you to do for me, and as long as you're doing it, I love you. But once you stop, it's a wrap. I don't want none of that because that's a business deal.
I agree, and that's a good point you made. Now that's to the point raw and uncut. It's a business deal. It's a business deal. And that goes back to our episode 1 when we touch bases on not being authentic. You know, feeling like you have to be a certain person. I think we go for the wrong people. You know, you simply go for someone that you feel are in a state of mind. Brother, if you feel sister girl a little too hot for you, you need to go get you something a little cooler. Or, you know, if you feel like brother a little too hot for you, you know, you might need to go get you a little something a little colder.
Nah, ain't no cold. We ain't doing
You
nothing
know,
like that. We ain't doing no
because
downsizing. No. But what I'm saying is that I mean, some people when it comes to love, you gotta be particular what you're looking for. You know
that's
what
right.
you're looking for. You're looking for a particular woman, a particular man. If you have a standard and you know what that is, you gonna tell me you thinking about going to the EP up in the city. You gonna get something, but it ain't gonna be what you're looking for. You gotta,
Can I raise my hand? Can I raise my hand? Can I raise my hand?
what are you talking about?
I can raise my hand one more time. One more time, can I raise my hand? Listen, you got to be careful what you ask God for.
Very true.
You got to be careful what you ask for. You ask for a man, and you might get a man, but you didn't ask for a praying man. You didn't ask for a leading man. You didn't ask for God. God, bring me the man that can guide me.
Excuse me.
Go ahead.
Men these days, salt and sugar, they look exactly alike. So then it's sweet till you dab your tongue and then you find out that shit is salt and you be like, I don't want it. So you see, y'all be all prayed up. Y'all be wanting to
don't say y'all. Don't say y'all. My hands up. Don't shoot. Hands up. Don't shoot. Don't say y'all.
Shots fired. I told you was gonna get it today because you're doing all that capping on the web. So you was gonna get it today.
Okay.
Saying, though,
rapping, not capping, not rapping.
Whatever. You go get it because I mean you have those ones that you know like when you're showing up for a job interview. So you know what you need to tell these people. You know what to say to get what you want. And that's the same thing as an approach with the woman. You know what to say. And rather to have us damaged, rather she of a certain stature in life, rather she you guys are very, clever. But I mean, we ain't stupid though.
You know, I've always had a saying that I've always say, is,
spit it out.
You want to definitely go for the one that like you, which is a good thing. But one thing I always say is that, with people, have to be more direct on, again, back to what I say, like what you ask God for, what it is, like you said, like, I mean, if it's like when I was having a conversation with a friend, let me kind of shift a little bit. I was having a conversation with a friend, and that friend was like, I'm working to get myself together. We focus on getting ourselves together. We focus on rebuilding ourselves or healing ourselves, as we say, versus on finding true love, finding that soulmate.
Well, I think you gotta get yourself together before you can do it. Because
I understand that, but I mean,
coming at me, I'm not gonna be dealing with all that. So
I understand that, but Queen D, I know this thing is gonna get everywhere, all type of places, and so let's just get to the nitty gritty. Let's touch down. We got so much to say. I got so much to say. You got so much to say. Let's get to the nitty gritty on what this show is about, the things that we want to know from the people, what it is that the people want. So let's get to the nitty gritty and let's see what we're gonna get into tonight.
All right. So there was an actual comment. Do you want to go ahead and touch on her comment before we do that? Because initially we pretty much, did touch on the topic.
Right. We're definitely going to get to the comments. Everybody, if you got comments, please leave your comments. We will get to the comment time. Also, if you would take that one moment to share the live, share the live, share the live, share the live, send it to a friend, send it over, send it over, send it over, send it over. You know, share the live, share the live. We are an independent platform, so we ask everybody. A simple share is supportive to us. That's one more soul that's able to come in with us and get to the point. You know, so your comments is definitely appreciated. And sharing the live is appreciated. So D, we was on the point that we was what the heart wants, you know, how men are, how women are, my opinion, your opinion. So what the people been talking about?
So the people have been discussing the fact that people are not real. And they show up with the representation of what they want the other person to believe they are. And in fact, they believe that, I always pick the wrong person, but it's not, I don't think it's the fact that you're picking the wrong person. The person that you are approaching or is engaging you and you plan on advancing is not being his 100% self or her. So I wouldn't necessarily blame self. You just have to use your mental and actually assess things, because in my opinion, men will, just as well as women, will show you exactly who they are, but time is of the essence. And sometimes we get infatuated because homeboy looking real smooth and he's smelling good, and you don't be seeing all that. But you just got to take your time with it. If it's somebody you want to advance in a particular way, then go about it that way. But I mean, if it's for love, then you got to slow it all down. You got to slow it completely down. And the foundation of that is friendship. That means no touching, no stroking, no none of that. You talk about all that, think about all that. But initially, once you set that foundation down of friendship and that's solid, you know him, he knows you, and the things that you would do, there's certain things that you don't have to say to somebody who says that they love you, they're interested in you. There's certain things that you don't have to say. They pick up on you as long as you communicate in a real way, and then let things take off from there. But and then initially, if things do go sour, you still have a friend in that person. So as Dearest Price said, begin with love and end with love. So you can do that, but you gotta approach it a certain way.
I totally agree. I totally agree with that. I think that goes back to knowing what you want, like as we said in the beginning, knowing what you want, knowing what you're looking for. I've myself experienced dealing with women that were at a place in their life that kind of, I know what I want, I know what I'm not going to deal with, and this is what you're going to have to be for me to deal with me, and that's handling a man in a way, you know.
I get it.
It's like a man saying, you know what, this is what I want. I like sex on the first night, and this is what you're gonna have to do to deal with me. You understand what I'm saying? When she say, you know, you can't come to my house right now because I don't do that immediately. I do that on down the line. You know, just kind of throwing some things out there. But again, with what you want, there's no communication, Queen D. There's no compromising, Queen D. There's no agreeing to disagree, Queen D. There's no genuine love, Queen D. And there's no survival love, Queen D. Well, King J, what you mean about that? Look, when you got a woman that you love, or when you got somebody that what you got, it ain't no 50-50. It's going to be some 60-40s.
Yeah.
It's going to be some 30-70s. Because you got to be there to condition what that person needs. And that is where we go wrong. I don't think what we find and dwell on, what do I need? You said, yeah, I'm an independent woman. Yeah, I'm a man that get it on my own. But it's something you need. Whether it's you don't want to be lonely. Well, tell her you don't want to be lonely. You might say you don't want to be lonely, and she don't want to be lonely too, but she looking for her husband. You just don't want to be lonely. You follow me, Queen D?
That's that good old bait and switch.
Yeah. So what we want, we have to be stern on that. And for this one thing, some game I'm gonna give to the women. Women, when you meet a man, I will 100% put my life on the line to these words that's about to come out my mouth.
Spill it.
When you meet a man, you have the leeway. You have that right in that door that you open as soon as you give him access to you to go back to your guideline and your roots of what you stand for. It's like many of our women can relate to where you might date a man that smokes cigarettes. Hell, you don't smoke cigarettes, and hell, you don't, excuse my language to the point it's no burger, but we gonna get uncut. Hell, you don't like the smell of cigarettes. But hey, can I smoke a cigarette up in here? Oh no, I don't smoke cigarette. But you can. Go ahead, uncrack the window. Go ahead, just let the window down. You open those doors. Our women do have the power of the POP. Hold it down.
We say
POP. Hold it down.
I'm not about to play. Got you.
You know, because if y'all would embrace that little, you know, that little fire, that little sharp knife, yeah,
Okay.
that torch.
Okay.
Yeah, if you embrace it. I tell you what, if all the women right now boycott, that we ain't dealing with y'all no more until y'all give us what they want. One thing they can't do is put a lock on that pussy.
What? Just cool it real quick. I don't know how many kids woke right there. Don't be saying that.
That's why we do it all raw and uncut, 9:15.
But listen here. We've been asking you homies, you kings, you brothers, we've been asking y'all to comply for a while. And because I say y'all because that's your creed, okay? I'm not saying you specifically, but that's your pool right there, okay?
Okay.
What I'm saying is we've been asking you men to comply for a very lengthy time. And I wouldn't even say comply. Just do what you're supposed to do. Like, come on. It shouldn't be hard. But what I'm saying is that y'all haven't. And some of us started to look over that side because y'all wasn't doing right. So if y'all don't comply.
When you say that side, what's on that side?
Oh, the ladies.
The ladies?
The ladies.
Okay. My mother is you know what, Queen D?
Yes, sir.
Let's hop into the comments. What do people say?
The brother said POP. I hear
me too. The sisters say me too. So what these comments talking about? You guys, the comments, I see them rolling in.
As they're coming in, we kind of talked on Miss Christine, and thank you, homegirl. I appreciate you. But there's a lot of agreements in here, and everything is, they're agreeing with everything that's being said. So they kind of, laughing at you a bit because you're keeping it real in the field, and I get it. But for the most part, Miss Star Wilhite said, that's that. She says, that's that for real, cousin. So basically what she's saying is, some of y'all not holding up to the creed, and you got the girls over there kissing. So I'm saying, do right or get left alone is pretty much what it is.
This queen said, nurse, this is one of my good friends. The nurse said, the traveling nurse, thank you for your services, queen, because we need our nurses and our doctors. So, the queen said that she feels that she chose the wrong man. Well, queen, let me ask you, what man is the man for you?
Oh, really?
Yeah, she said, I feel that I choose the wrong man. Well, what's the right man?
So you're asking her that?
Yes.
Okay.
What's the right man? Talk to me. What's the right man? What's the right man for you if you're choosing the wrong man? Because we attract the energy that we bring, that we put off. And one thing I can say by myself is that I'm not a married man because I haven't chose a woman that's married material. Now, have I had some good women? Have I had some hardworking women? Have I met some down for me women? Yes. But brother, ain't nothing wrong with trying and going a little harder for the woman that ain't gonna take your bullshit.
That's true.
Men, it ain't women, it ain't nothing wrong with going a little harder for the man that expect a little bit. He want me to be too much like my mama.
Mm.
You know, it's okay to take the responsibilities of the life that you may want. And the man that you may want, this is my point I was making earlier. The man that you like might not be the man that come in your life and treat you right might not be your type.
He may just fit the picture.
I'm gonna say that again. I said the man that come in your life and treat you right might not be your type. So it's important to ask ourselves, what are we looking for? Do you want swag or do you want a man? Because that man might come with a pot gut and a bald head.
Like, well, if he loving me right and doing what he's supposed to do, I'm gonna be on that pot belly and rubbing that bald ass head.
Hello, hey, hey, listen, D. We save that thought. We're gonna get directly and pay some bills, y'all. We gotta pay the bills. We're gonna pay the bills. We're gonna come right back out the commercial break.
All righty. And we're still here.
We got the best engineers in the game. Don't panic. It's organic.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
But we gotta pay the bills. We got to pay the bills. And for y'all, until we jump into that break, y'all, if for those that have a business, independent entrepreneurs, and you may have a business that you are running and you're looking to get a slot out there, we have thousands and thousands of people that view a multiple of Plus TV network platforms. Feel free to definitely hit that email right there at the bottom of the screen and go ahead and, give us a holler.
There you go. There you go. You know what? I think for the most part that, I mean, she'll, the back office will go ahead and give us a cue when it's time to go. So we might as well keep it rolling for a minute. I'm pretty sure she will tap in. But
okay, no worries. I see two red tabs down there. Have you checked in?
Let me see.
You guys bear with us. To the Point is a fairly new platform. However, we are with it and we are committed. We chose to choose a platform that we can work with a team of professional people, a team of people that can be there to support us and get us out there global. However, are we ready for that brief commercial break, or are we going to keep on rolling and controlling?
Oh,
that boy good.
let that boy go. Who is that boy?
Man, y'all just heard from one of our sponsors, King Magic Cleaner, the toughest and greenest cleanup that's possible. For those that got many multiple cleaning products that's underneath your shelf, you might as well get rid of those many of things and replace it for one thing with King Magic Cleaner. It's organic, completely biodegradable, safe around your kids and pets, and completely safe around any turf that you may put it on. It's completely organic, biodegradable. As I said, it's a water-based product. So definitely check out everything. The link is in the bio. Definitely check out King Magic Cleaner. Black owned, black brand, independent, black owned, black brand, independent, black owned, black brand. So definitely tap in there. So D, what we was at?
So we have some hot topics that came. While I was scrolling, doing my little scroll thing, and I was looking at some hot topics, and like there's maybe like top like 20 because we out here stressing about love. I'm telling you, it's a lot of them.
You said hot topics. Where them hot topics come from? I mean, do they come from your mind? People in the street? Where they coming from?
They everywhere. They everywhere. A lot of them have come from your page. They've come from the group. They've just come from all sorts of places. Personal friends of mine and people in the inbox asking, specific questions that I may bring over to the page just to get some extra insight because I'm a little loopy sometimes, so I don't have all the answers, believe it or not.
All right. So
okay. Here's one thing. One of the things was, and it's a question, I'm going to throw it out to you, see what your response is. So what is a deal breaker when it comes to being in a relationship? What is the deal breaker?
I think the deal breaker to a sincere relationship, not dealerships, not click ships, not Netflix chips. But the deal breaker for a real relationship is someone that's not willing to comply to what it is that you may need in your life.
Compromise. You said compromise.
No, I said that. You said what was the real deal? I say the real. Let me just get straight to this answer. The real deal breaker in a relationship should be someone that's not willing to compromise with what it is that you may need.
Gotcha.
That's a deal breaker.
Okay. So for me, my deal breaker would be if I, for one, my family, my situation is not strange, meaning my children. And I do have children. So what I'm saying, if that individual, I could like him to the sky is blue and the stars shine brighter than anything you've ever seen. If he treats my children a certain way or said he doesn't like children, if I get that conversation comes up, oh, it's a wrap. It's done.
So you're saying a guy that treats your kids great is the right guy. Possibly be a guy.
Saying the deal breaker for me that would let me know if there's a guy that I want to pursue or not. If he cannot accept me and my children as a package deal, then that's a wrap. If he tells me initially he does not like kids, he doesn't want kids, and that's not something I'm going to outright ask him, I'll finesse the question in. But if I get that idea, then it's a wrap. If he doesn't like him now and he's this age, I mean, sometimes we get old and grumpy. So if you don't like him now, you definitely ain't gonna like him when you get older. So
yeah, and
the deal breaker. I will not proceed with a man who does not like or aspire to have children. Period.
And I think that goes back to what I said as well. Like somebody that's not going to compromise with that. Somebody that's not going to be willing to kind of know that, hey, she wants a father figure around her kids. She wants someone that's going to be around her kids that they can learn from. And it goes back again. I keep saying the word go back. But it goes back to what we want, what we need, what we're acceptive of and what we're not acceptive of. And it may hurt a feeling. But going back to what I said about that cigarette, no, we don't smoke in here. You're going to have to go outside. He may just be just that big of a jerk or just that less of a man and say, man, I can't smoke up in the house. I ain't even going back over there. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay to run the scavengers away from your crops.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. It's okay. And I think the sacrifice that, it goes back again to where our women, and then a lot of women gonna get mad at me when I say this.
Yeah, because you see my eyebrow going up. I do that one on perfect.
Y'all gonna get mad at me when I say this, but you guys have the lead way. If it's as small as him coming to you and say, "Hey, how you doing, pretty thing? Could I take your number and give you a call?"
But what would you
want my number for? First of all,
Jay, what would you say to the woman? We are all of us when we're different. And that approach to a woman might be appealing to some. Some guys may hunt their a pretty thing off. Some women don't like that. And it's kind of like a turn off. And then you ask him for a number. We grown. And a lot of us are like, look, if you a number on a business card or something.
You know what? We got to go back to the old fashioned, D. We got to go back to
I mean, to
The good
convert
old
like
we got to
old
go back to those
fashioned,
good.
just like telling people not to tune on to Facebook. It's gonna happen.
I think that we got to go back to the old fashioned. We got to go back to the good conversations. We got to go back to giving it time. You know, giving it time. And it's okay as the women. I think women don't hold men. If you get a man that's not good for you, I mean, again, I say that 100% of my life on the line. I feel like women have that leeway. If a man is not what you may need, and not only what you need, because he have something that he need too. A man needs something too, you know. But it goes back to as simple as getting your phone number. When can he take you out? When can he come over? If you know you ain't ready to do it, and little Johnny rub on your back, and that little hot little thing got a mind of her own, you don't need to let Johnny come over. See, that went over some heads right there, but you know, you continue.
I'm not going to play with you. Okay, so do you want me to go on with the next topic?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
The next question. The next question, right?
The next one.
Oh, next topics from the groups of people, the places, the things. Okay.
Can a strong, independent woman be submissive to a man who is doing his thing, but makes a lower wage than her?
Yes. This is why. That's the one I've been waiting on right there. Yes, absolutely.
You say
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Going back to what I said back earlier to when a woman said, I'm trying to get myself together. Let me tell you something. A man that got his stuff together, he don't give a crap of what you got together. He wants you on his program in his life like yesterday. Yes, this is a man that have establishment about himself. He don't care about your little small fucking business. Let's keep it real.
Okay, but so what happened? Go ahead. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out if this man is the way that he is. He's established, he's well off, he's this and that. But I have my things together. I'm trying to get myself to where.
No, the question was is if a woman have herself together, basically, she's already established, right? And this is a man that come into her life that have a lower wage than her, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So this is a man, for instance, like Brother Kent, one of the owners of Plus TV Network. He spoke on if a woman is a nurse or doctor in a career, in a field every day, a long jeopardy into her career, and her man work at McDonald's, can he still be that man for her? I'm gonna say this. Rather, when it's a man that got his own, when we talking about got your own, or a woman got their own, let me tell you one thing about people that got their own, they don't need nobody else's. When you got your own, you don't need nobody else's. See, people got their own, people that successful people, let me tell you why they got success. They want freedom. Mm-hmm. Freedom. So a woman that got her own and a man that can come into her life, that can give her some peace of mind, that can maybe keep that queen from going to the car wash every other week. I put it on my post last week that sometimes you know what she need. No, you ain't got couple $1,000 to go and pay her mortgage. But you see her car need to be washed. You see the lawn man keep coming over here every 2 weeks cutting her grass.
Great.
You see she's constantly paying somebody to pressure wash her the sidewalk. So where do you blend in?
That's it.
So of course, if a man have less wages than her, he can be every bit of the queen that he need. Because normally back in the days when a woman get married, the man, the woman parents pay for their wedding. That's how it was. This is why. Back to the point I just made. She don't need no man. When Ruth when Ruth got Boaz, Ruth already had a home. Ruth already had land and crop. Yeah, it was giving her, to try to maintain it, to try to keep it up and substantial. But Boaz came in and said, hey, you're going to treat her like you treat me. Respect her like you respect me. Because he was ready to harvest all her crops. Boaz told Ruth, I'm going to marry you and harvest all your husband crops.
Okay, now.
This was a woman that already had a husband, dead and gone. But that man fit in there, and she ate off that ground until she found that man that can put on his motherfucking crown.
That's bad working.
I mean, I don't want to get too serious or too deep.
Oh, really? Oh,
I'm just gonna keep it real.
109.
I'm just gonna keep it real. Again, it goes back to what I was saying. Our women, if you say you that woman, be that woman. If you say man, if you say you that king, if you know what type of man you want, go for the man you want. Even if he ain't somebody else, man. A wise woman told me, this is a successful woman, and she got a very successful husband. She said, my auntie told me, she said, when I met him, I ain't gonna say no names. Yeah, he had a girlfriend.
I don't condone this.
But she said,
I don't know if I condone it.
My auntie told me, if you want something, you go for it. Stop settling.
But that don't mean creep over somebody else.
That don't mean that. That don't mean that. That don't mean that. No, that don't mean that. But what I'm saying is that it's like this. You ever been in a restaurant and you ordered your food and you looked up and you see 2-3 people came through the door and got their food before you? You might say to yourself, hold up. I know I was here before them. Hey, excuse me. Hey, they got their food and we've been here before them and we still waiting. It's like God, king and queens, your entree, you looking at everything everybody over here got. How your best friend loving Tum Tum so much. You said, where your Tum Tum at? It's the same thing in that restaurant. It takes a little longer for that entree that's for you to be prepared.
I hear that.
She might have had a short order. But see, your stew is being whipped and stirred and you got something bigger in your pot. That's why you keep throwing out the carrots. And now the carrots don't taste good in it. Now, well, maybe I should dump in a little bell pepper. The bell pepper throwing out the spice.
You cutting up, Jay. You cutting up.
I don't want to go, but get and go for what suits your soul. He may not have the finest car. He may not have the biggest house. He may not make the most money, but he makes you feel good and you make him feel good. Stop looking at what each other got and focus on what y'all can accomplish. I'm done.
That's not possible, but okay.
I'm done, but I'm done now. Go ahead. I see your hand raised.
No, but I believe that there is a possibility. That is absolutely a possibility, because what makes a man is not what's in his pocket, but what's here and what's here. And as soon as we get to understand that, the vagina may be a tool, but it's not going to change your mind. It's not going to, do what you needed to do. That will only last for just a bit. But I mean, I'm telling you, when the love is real in the way that it is, I'm gonna tell a little short snippet, but it's I was once in a relationship very long time ago, very young, but and I believe, like, now looking at the way that things are as an adult, it's like the more we grow up, the foolish we get, and like we lose all the sense that we had. That young love when you were in high school, when you were there, that was everything. That was everything, and they meant the world to each other. You can't tell them nothing. and they were solid sticking to it. But the point is, you can be with a man that has it. You guys can have two of the same kinds of nothing. But if the love is real, you're gonna do what you need to do, fix it up, straighten it out. When I knew that it was real, I said, I'm like, well, what's going? Well, I don't know how he felt. I had no idea until I saw the nigga sell his blood. I said, oh yeah, that's a bet. That's me. That's me right there. But in hindsight, I mean, he's no longer among the living. But what I'm saying is that you can have the best of everything. If you get a little or nothing, you can make it work. Love conquers all, and it covers a multitude of sin. So as long as you got that, you can work on something. There's foundation, there's ground there. And if you wake up with the same idea in mind, if I wake up, I would just say, for instance, you know, me and my husband, whoever that may be, I wake up with the idea to everything that I know how this man moves. I know how he works. I know what he's doing. If I wake up with the mindset of what can I do to make his life easier so he doesn't have to do this or he doesn't have to do that, what can I do? And now if you take that man that has the same idea, this is my woman, I know how she moves, I know what she does, she hates doing this, I'm going to do it for her. If we both wake up with that same mindset as to how to please each other, make each other happy, and make it so life is a little bit less difficult. If we wake up with that whole mindset, how the hell can we go wrong? How can we go wrong?
I agree. I think, like you said, this is what knowing what each other want, being on the same accord, one band, one sound. And it's okay to grow through plenty to get to that. It's okay to, fall a little bit. It's okay to, fall and get back up. I mean, like you said earlier, you don't have to go and run to something outside of what you really want. Mm-hmm. Just because that's what's working for this person.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that. I'm not saying in that aspect. But I'm not gonna, be encouraged.
So don't be coming on the show a month later with your girlfriend sitting by you now.
Oh, she on the other side.
Okay. With that being said, y'all,
I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. But
with that being said, go ahead.
You made me lose my train of thought with that funny. That's real funny.
You guys, right now, we want to take the time out. We're going to show on our screen one of our partners, one of our associates throughout our network. Her daughter is missing right now. This is a young lady, you guys. Like we said, to the point is to talk, to reach out to the people. We're here to be an aid. I don't know it all. Queen B don't know it all. But one thing we want to do is be an aid and be a place to where people can come to and know that we can be there and support to them. And right now, this is a family that needs your support. If you don't do nothing but screenshot right now this flyer, if you don't do nothing but screenshot this flyer and crop it out, you can possibly save another life. Now, this queen is missing. She have last been seen in Miles Point, Mississippi. She is a danger to herself. For all of my revolutionaries, for all of my freedom fighters, for all of my Christians, for all of my God-fearing people that know what it's like to have a daughter, that know what it's like to have a kid that's out there that you're looking for and you're seeking to find, please contact the information that's on the flyer and that's at the bottom of the screen. Information will be in the comments. Please share this and assist us with bringing this queen home.
Absolutely. And this is not to be associated with anything other than what you've heard in the past. That last shenanigan has made it very hard. Please do understand, very hard for the African-American woman to get the attention and the service she needs when it comes to things. But as we've been made aware, they have been very helpful. But in hindsight, please do not dismiss this, because it can make it very hard for her to get the help that she needs. So I'm just asking you guys to have compassion and understanding, not only for this girl and her situation, but a mother. She is a mother who is not with her daughter right now. So you, if you don't recall anything else from this show, then definitely go ahead and crop that picture, screenshot it, do what you need to do, but pass it along.
Absolutely. Please do that. But Queen D, let's hop into our comments. I'm gonna leave you. I'm gonna take a brief break. I had to pull back myself.
We didn't ran our mouth so long.
No, there is comments. If we could go back into the comments. I need to step away real second. If our engineers can take me briefly off the screen and you can jump into the comments, and I'm gonna be tuned right back in with you guys.
All righty, go ahead, handle your business. All right, you guys. Thank you for getting in the comments and hopping in there. We've touched on a lot of things in regards to relationships and all those things. If there's anything in particular that you do want to share, please go ahead and drop a comment in there. I'm gonna go ahead and check it now. But we definitely want to hear what you guys have to say, whether it's on this platform or going over to the page or the Facebook group. But for the most part, it seems like we're all touching bases on either attracting or looking for the wrong one. So I think that's mostly dealing with self. We kind of know what's going on with them. We just are blind to the fact and not what you wanting something so bad to where you don't see the truth. And I'm guilty of it. And I may pursue it out of my own guilty pleasures, but nothing serious. But in hindsight, if you're looking for something serious, definitely take that situation serious, because whatever you want, whatever you need from a man, he will definitely give it to you. I'm not telling you to change his mind. I'm not telling you to do any of that. If you see the red flags and they're too many for you, you can't discuss it and have a grown-up conversation. If he can't change those things, then go ahead and push him aside. It's not nothing you want to deal with. But for the most part, and we have to get it out of that whole mindset. We are all grown, and you're not changing no grown man. No grown man's changing you. If you have a mother and father, that foundation has been set and you're going to stand on it. But don't get into a relationship thinking you're going to change a man, because that's not what's going to happen. Because you damn near got to tell him to do what he did. You got to go to work at this time, go make dinner, go do that. So for you to think that you can change his mind is a whole nother thing. If he chooses to adapt to the way that you live and you love, then that's his choice. But if you push it, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna
Absolutely.
happen.
And vice versa. Strong, very, very strong points that you made. And that's what it boils down to. Go around all the riffraff. That's what it boils down to, bone and gristle.
Yeah, but for one, let's be clear. You got to love this person first. Then that's what you will and you won't accept. But I can't require all these things from that person if he's not seeing that. If he sees me treating myself a certain way, then and I can comply with. No, you got to lead by example. That means show him how to love you. And other than that, if he can't do it, then next. But you can't go looking for sharks in a pond. Dang.
Girl, you better talk that talk. You can't what?
Stop it. Stop it. You can't go looking for sharks in a pond. It ain't there. It ain't gonna happen.
To the point. Hey, y'all, we're gonna be right back with a Plus TV after this Plus TV commercial. Please tune in to Plus TV. We show shows all week long. We're gonna be right back after this brief commercial break.
To the point.
They always talking this, but all they talk is cap. So I'ma tell these motherfuckers, run tell that. SS, J nigga, yeah, J, you better bang on. I'ma stay out the way, just stack up. Them haters gon' hate, tell them back up. I never fell off, I just fell back. You wanna tell something, run tell that. Run tell that, run tell that. You wanna tell something, run tell that. Run tell that, run tell that. You wanna tell something, run tell that.
Until that, y'all make sure y'all tap in. That show is shown right here on this platform, Plus TV Network. One thing I want to do is give a major shout out to our Plus TV Network. You want to give a major shout out to all of the great people that have been, being a part of the To The Point group page. Make sure y'all tap into To The Point group page. I want to again give a special shout out to Queen D, my host. She is amazing. Dunn, you did a good job. Also, I want to give a shout out to just everybody that's been just supporting us. We do have our To The Point t-shirts that are available. If you guys want to support the platform, if you want to support Plus TV, definitely get our To The Point shirt. They come in 3 different colors: red, black, and white. Right now, information is definitely in the bio. And Miss D, I'm gonna let you take us out with some words of encouragement.
I mean, that shirt looked pretty good. I'm gonna have to customize that one. Cut this little shoulder off.
Yeah. You did. I'm gonna give me all colors. Have to give me a camouflage. We can do a whole lot of things. We doing some things over here. You guys, we're just getting this ball rolling. So you guys, again, your support means everything to us. Please follow our platforms. If you don't do that, I'm gonna tap on my page, Queen D page. You can find us. We're not hard to find. And just share the link.
We're always posting.
Yeah.
Always, always posting. And like you said, go ahead and follow the page. Go ahead and get in the group. And like I always tell the newcomers that are coming on to the point group, participation is key. And the more that we participate, you invite your friends, the group gets larger and larger. There will be spotlights. We'll go ahead and put those on as well. And we want to grow, and we can only do that with you guys. So just be mindful that what you have to say is important. And I do. Jay may like and love all these little comments, but I'm so long-winded. I'm always got to type in my little input. So I made a lot of little friends and family. So I do appreciate you guys for being a part of the group. So that's my tidbit. Tomorrow's work day. I really don't want to do it, but I think I got to, because I got some stuff in the mail.
And Queen D, I'm sure that we had a long list of things that we was gonna go over that we didn't really get there. I see a continuance next week. I see definitely a continuance next week. Next week we have already my producers, word from the producers, myself and Queen D, as well as your co-host and host, myself and Queen D, have already decided that next week we are going to do a continuance. We're going to pick right back up where we left off, and we're going to keep going forward, get back into this, love, whole love thing, Other than that, like I always say, thanks for tuning in to the point. It's been a pleasure to always get with you guys every week. And, don't let nobody tell you what you can't do.
That's right.
Don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. Keep on going until you start showing. To the point.